Good morning. It is Tuesday morning of race week. It is just after 6 a.m. I am out just checking out the garden. Actually have a little wild, I believe it is a watermelon. It has slowly started to form and appear to be a watermelon, but it's wild. It's just off kind of near the trees. Not sure how it started growing, but it did. I actually have a lot of that going on. I've got wild tomatoes going on right here. Just random. But the rest of the fruit trees are doing amazing. The citrus trees have a ton of fruit growing on them, as well as the persimmons and avocado, and then getting a ton of tomatoes. Unfortunately, the garden has failed this year. Total failure. There was a squirrel infestation, basically. When I redid the garden, I took down the chicken wire fence and thought, we're gonna raise it up, flatten it out. I put an electric wire around the outside of the boxes and figured that hopefully will do well and monitor it. Well, what happened was the electric wire doesn't stay on all day long, and just below my property, there's kind of a rock wall. And this year, there's just a squirrel infestation, and one day the garden is gorgeous. Come out the next day, the entire garden is toast. Every single leaf is eaten off of every single plant except my bell peppers. So I gave up for the year on this portion of the garden because I didn't want to invest the time yet, because of all the racing and everything else going on, sports, to re-enclose this area in. It was a frustrating gardening year, unfortunately. Tomatoes, I said, are great. Nobody seems to be bothering those. The fruit trees, working great, but the squirrels, they destroyed the garden. I mentioned in the first race week episode that I am going to start working on my to-do list, and that is what this is. I basically make a list of every item for each of the 3 disciplines, as well as what I need for transition, then what I need for race morning, and then what I want for my electronics, my camera equipment, and I put them all on a list so that I can go through this week and start to check each item off the list. Cool thing about this is a Microsoft To-Do app, and I can just duplicate the list at the next race, and I have all of the things I needed, make some changes. It makes life so much easier because I might be in the middle of a workout on the trainer and remember, oh, I need whatever, a headband, and I can pop it on this list and make sure that I get it. And that is the last thing I do before I drive out of my driveway to go to a race, is make sure every item on this checklist has been checked. This morning I have a 1-hour ride on the trainer with 5 repeats at kind of some race wattage, just 4 minutes on, 2 minutes off. Nice and easy, 15 warm up, 15 warm down. Then later this afternoon, I will do my mellow moves or yoga. And that is it. It has really been taper time this week. I thought I was going to taper more than I did last week, but after the soccer tournament, sitting on that field for 2 days at almost 100 degrees, I was pretty spent. Came home Monday morning, had nothing in the swim, so coach cut it back. My last big week, 3 weeks out, I think I was at 16 hours of training, I believe. And then last week was just a couple hours less because we turned it down only those first 2 days, then ramped it kind of back up. Over the weekend, had a 90-minute run at race pace for the last 45 minutes, which felt really good. Basically kept it under 7:15s for all 6 of those miles. Then Sunday had a long ride with a bunch of race pace wattage, and then 4 1-mile repeats at 7 to 7:15, and that felt really good. So then yesterday, really dialed it back. Taper in full effect. Only a 1-hour swim. Today, 1-hour bike with yoga. Done. 1 hour. A couple more minutes, actually. Not hard at all. Just nice, 5 rounds at 190, good 4 minutes each. I think just enough to keep me snappy, keep the fitness going. Now I have got to grab something to eat, get a shower and get to work a full day today. And then luckily, we actually are on break from sports this week. It worked out great for this race. No evenings at soccer or volleyball. So this evening I'll start to pull together some of my gear. I'm actually going to pick up a couple of the bikes. Tonight is my club run, but I'm not doing it this week. No club run, skipping it because of taper. But I'm gonna meet a couple of the athletes there. I'm gonna meet Sujin and Steven. I'm gonna grab their bikes so I can put them in the van tomorrow and get everything packed up tomorrow.
Like I am you and you are me. It's such a nightmare, trying to keep everyone happy, just a nightmare. Keep away.
Little update on my weight. I wanted to break 190 and I hit that goal. I got to 189, 187, and last week I decided to stop weighing, to stop trying to get to 185. I had reached my goal. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go for 185. And I just decided, you know, going into the race, I achieved what I wanted, hit 187, I'm gonna maintain my diet and be done with that really. So I'm not gonna weigh again until after the race. I know I hit 187 and I am happy with that. Almost 20 pounds lighter than last year when I raced Oregon, just about 19 pounds. So I am happy with that goal. Well, it is evening time. I knocked out my mellow moves, a lot of stretching, block work, felt really good on my lower back and my legs. And then I started working on putting all of my gear together. I like to go through each sport, swim, bike, run, what I need exactly for when I get dressed in the morning for the race, then what I need in bike transition, what I need in the run transition, get all of that done first. Then once I have all of that together, then I'll work on nutrition and clothing and electronics and all of that stuff. But that's gonna have to wait until tomorrow because right now I am headed out to pick up the 2 bikes that I am taking with me. So that way tomorrow I can actually get everything in the van and be good to go. But that's it for today. I'm feeling great, had a great ride, and I just wanna say thank you guys for all of the comments on the very first video. I am pumped, I'm ready to get on the road. I don't even think I've told you, but I'm leaving Thursday morning about 5 a.m. doing 9 hours of the drive to Oregon. Oregon is about 15 to 16 hours. So I'm gonna do 9 hours up to the top of California to a place called Redding, stay the night there, get up the next morning on Friday morning, make the rest of the trek about 5-6 hours, get into Salem right before athlete check-in. I've got a 1 o'clock athlete check-in, so go over, get checked in, then get checked into the hotel and just relax the rest of Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right here.